Hello everyone, welcome to day one training for your Space Force ethical training. This is the first portion of your training. This will focus specifically on the ethics portion of the branch of Space Force. As a brief introduction, as most of you know, Space Force was established on December 20th of 2019. It is an independent branch of the United States Armed Forces, and you will be receiving additional training on day 2 and further on day 1 relating more to your basic general training for armed forces. Specific to Space Force, our theoretical foundation focuses on Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative theory, which again we focus on that because we believe that everybody should follow their moral guidebook and that everybody can and should know what is right and wrong, and we should utilize this theory in the field and in our specific branch. We also focus on utilitarianism, which was started and made popular by Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill. We focus on this because of the consequences of our actions and our ideas, and we, as members of Space Force, look to do the greatest good for the greatest number of humans, Americans, Earthlings, as we focus to look outside of ourselves, outside of just the United States, outside of Earth, as we look to the stars to further our reach. As a branch of the United States Armed Forces, we focus on the code of conduct that was made popular in the 1950s, the code of conduct as you can see on the screen in front of you. With these 6 points, one of the most important ones that we focus on is, of course, the first one. We are Americans fighting for the forces to guard our country and our way of life, and we are prepared to give our lives in the defense of the country. And as we look to the stars, we also look to protect our planet. Another important point on here is point number 6. I will never forget that I'm an American fighting for freedom, responsible for my actions, and dedicated to the principles which made the country free. I will trust in my God and in the United States of America. We will be representing not just America in space, but we will be representing the world as we, again, branch out. So some of you may be wondering why we focus specifically on ethical standards and ethical situations relevant to the United States Space Force. So we might be coming in contact with people from other branches of the military, other branches of the United States government. As a new branch of the armed forces, you might be in a position where a ranking commander asks you to alter some statistics to make the Space Force look as if we are succeeding where we may not be. Obviously, we do not plan on not succeeding in our mission, but as a new branch of the armed forces, we will be trying to make our point that we are relevant and that we should be reaching outside of just our borders on land into space. So if somebody, commanding officer, or somebody else asks you to do something that you find unethical, the first thing you should be doing is reporting that, making notation, contacting superiors, or if the case makes it relevant, you could be the whistleblower. You could be going outside of our branch of the armed forces and blowing the whistle, letting people know what's going on. And if you are so called to do that, we ask that you do stand up for what is right and the ethical morals that we should be focusing on. So in closing, as part of the United States Armed Forces branch of Space Force, we have set up an anonymous ethical tip line We can report everything from ethical violations, conflicts of interest, and discrimination. It's very important to us that as we begin to venture out where we will boldly go where no one has gone before, that we continue up to hold the standards that made our country what it is today. So be on the lookout for further training that is not as specific to this branch, but you will be receiving more training. Thank you for participating in day one. Have a great day.